Morning, everybody. The dude from Skims here, www.harrysmooth.com. I've been asked to do a rant on the man code. The man code. All you guys know it. Might have forgotten a couple of things, and that's my job, to remind you of things you may have forgotten the first time around. So here we go. It's a long list, so let's not dilly-dally. Number 1. When at the movie theater with another man, you must have one empty seat between both men. Never join your girlfriend in ragging on a buddy of yours unless she is withholding sex. Friends don't let friends wear Speedos. Ever. Case closed. If a man's zipper is down, hey, that's his problem. Case closed. If a man... When questioned by a friend's girlfriend, you need not and should not provide any information as to his whereabouts. You are even permitted to deny his very existence. Falling on a grenade for a buddy, or agreeing to distract the skanky friend of the hot babe he's trying to score with, is your legal duty. But should you get carried away with your good deed and end up getting on the beast, your pal is forbidden to ever speak of it. Women who claim they love to watch sports must be treated as spies until they demonstrate knowledge of the game and the ability to pick a buffalo wing clean. Never talk to another man in the bathroom unless you are on equal footing, both urinating, both waiting in line for all other situations, and I recognize you nod will do just fine. Never allow a telephone conversation with a woman to go on longer than you are able to have sex with her. Keep a stopwatch handy. Hang up if necessary. When using a urinal in a public restroom, a buffer zone of at least one urinal will exist at all time. If the only empty urinal is directly next to an occupied one, then you are still required to wait. Exceptions at a sporting event where a line has formed to use the pisser. Before allowing a drunken friend to cheat on his girl, you must attempt one intervention. If he can get up on his feet, look you in the eye, and deliver a "fuck you," then you are absolved of all responsibility. Later on, it is okay that you have no idea what his girlfriend is talking about. All women are fair game unless a contract of property exists. However, if you are a citizen from another country, then honoring a foreign contract is a gray area. Unless a guy friend banged your girlfriend who stole your power saw, you must bail him out of jail within 24 hours, but are not expected to post bail with your own money. A best man's toast may not include any of the following phrases. Down in a Tijuana crack house, one time when we were all shit-stained undies drunk, or, and this girl had the biggest Adam's apple you ever saw. Under no circumstances may two men share an umbrella unless you're both actually gay. A man shall never apologize or explain why he never called another man back unless you're in Las Vegas. No man should ever sit on another man's lap. A man should never touch another man's car radio unless having verbal permission. It is not okay to dance with dudes. No man may ever get a foot massage from another man. Stir! Every man must know the difference between a flathead and a Phillips head screwdriver. Don't ask a woman where she wants to eat. Just tell her where she is going to eat. A man must be able to open a jar at any risk or he forfeits his rights as a man. A hug between men must always start with a handshake and can at no point become a two-arm embrace unless you're a veteran. The minimum amount of time you have to wait for another man is 5 minutes. The maximum is 6 minutes. For a girl, you are required to wait until she gets there if you ever want to have sex with her again. On a road trip, the strongest bladder determines pit stops, not the weakest. No man shall ever be required to buy a birthday present for another man. In fact, even remembering your best friend's birthday is sketchy. While your girlfriend must bond with your guy friend's girlfriends within 30 minutes of meeting them, you are not required to make nice with her girlfriend's boyfriends. They are typically whipped and defeated men anyway. Shotgun can be called on anything where a shotgun applies as long as you are in eyesight of the object or it is at reasonable time. This does not apply to random women during open season. If you ever compliment a guy's six-pack, you better be talking about his choice of beverage. Never join your girlfriend in ragging on a buddy of yours unless she is withholding sex. Pending your response, if that is the case, then you are goose and goose is dead. Rent Top Gun. If you catch your girlfriend cheating on your guy friend, aka your homeboy, you are permitted to blackmail her to avoid telling your friend. The blackmail can involve blowjobs, but not sex. When a girl cheats, she is no longer considered off limits because she is now a skank tank of whorish nastiness that must be used as a receptacle for boot glue deposits. However, once you get your fill, then you turn her in. If your buddy is trying to hook up with a random girl, you may sabotage him only in a manner that gives you no chances of getting either. If a buddy has lint, an eyelash, or any other foreign object in his hair or face, under no circumstances are you permitted to remove it. However, an appropriate hand gesture may be made to make him aware of it. An anniversary is recognized on a yearly basis. Under no circumstances will anything be celebrated in an interval other than a year. When coming to a room which you know is occupied by your friend, and possibly another girl, you must knock and wait for an adequate response. If no response occurs, and the door is locked, feel the heat around the corner and walk away in 30 seconds flat. The only time ditching a buddy for a girl is acceptable is when the girl ranks 8 or above on the 1 to 10. Actually, as long as they are not fat, you can pass over a friend for ass as long as you take pictures as proof of purchase. Any dispute lasting longer than 3 minutes will and must be settled by rock, paper, scissors. There is no argument too important for this determining method. No man will ever publicly admit to his friends about watching a movie where the main theme is dancing. Only acceptable time when a man is allowed to cry is when a heroic dog dies to save his master, when an officer or king leads men into battle with swords drawn, any military battle movie, or when your date eats all the milk duds. If a hot girl shall happen to pass by while you are in the arm's reach of your buddy, you must and will tap him on the shoulder to make him aware of the babe. A man's shoes may not intentionally match any other article of clothing on his body unless you are in sexual conquest mode. No comment shall ever be made to a man about how much he is sweating. In fact, there is no need to bring notice to any body part which he may be sweating from. No man shall ever allow anyone to speak ill of Family Guy or Rocky movie. You have not made any mistake if you find that there are extra pieces left over after assembling a store-bought item. In fact, you have just found a way to make that object more efficient. No man shall ever keep track of or count the amount of beers he has had in a night unless he is pacing himself to wait for a girl to pass out. Under no circumstances may two non-related men share a bed or anything which can be perceived as a mattress without a divider. A man shall never help another man apply suntan oil. The guy who wants something the most is responsible for getting it in life. For example, if you go through the drive-thru and your friend hands you a $20 for a $5.99 meal, it's his responsibility to get his change back, not yours. After all, you're looking through your order to see if they got it right. Never eat another man's french fries or tater tots. Ever. If your friend says, "suck my balls," as a way to put you down, don't try to be funny by saying, "okay," and moving your head down towards his crotch. 2 homosexual references in a row are just plain scary. If you say ouch, you're a pussy. You say, "oh fuck, shit, god damn it." If you don't want to offend your God, say, "Allah damn it." If you're a guy and you wear flip-flops, do not let the back of the flop smack your heel loudly. That's what chicks do to get attention. If another man offers you a free steak, even though you have already eaten one, you must accept the steak. You will regret it later. If someone keeps buying you drinks, you must keep drinking. You cannot directly ask another man about his daughter or sister, but cousin is acceptable unless you're from Johnston County, North Carolina. It is perfectly acceptable to refuse sex if it involved you having to go down on a girl first in order to get yours, if you are not in the mood. A guy must never go behind another guy's back and talk to his mother, wife, or girlfriend about any problem he has with the other. Any guy who willfully does this loses his guy status and earns the title of bitch for the duration of the friendship. Now, I can add about 50 more of these, and I'm sure you guys can add about 50 more as well, so feel free to comment me, add more at your leisure, but this is just a ground... What's the word I'm looking for? The ground rules, how's that, of the man code. So, have a great day. As always, Harry Smooth, the dude from Skims. I'm out.